Hello everybody, Jordan here. The PH is silent for the Forgotten Realms main pantheon of gods. We only have about 5 or 6 videos left. Then I'll cover some of the non-human deities that you have been asking about. Today we're covering 2 very different deities, Sune, the goddess of love and beauty, and Talona, goddess of poison and disease. Sune, also known as the Lady of Love, Princess of Passion, and Lady Firehair, she is the goddess of love and beauty. Her worshippers can be just about any alignment, but almost no evil-aligned creatures worship Sune. She conveys peace and love, and her worshippers focus on creating beauty in the world, whether that is through art or their own physical appearance. Sune is the fairest of the deities. When represented in paintings or statues, she is portrayed as a beautiful woman with red hair and incredible charm. Sune is also a popular deity and has many faithful. Artists follow her and worship her, as well as the majority of nobility and just people looking to fall in love or searching for their life mates. Sune is benevolent and often whimsical. Both her and her followers alternate between deep passions and shallow flirtations, both with their work and other people. The Church of Sune is predominantly women, at a ratio of 8 women to 1 man within the clergy. Charisma is essential to being a priest of Sune, and those who acquire some type of imperfection that cannot be masked or healed often leave the clergy. Which sounds terrible that her followers are so vain they cannot serve their goddess anymore because of a scar or something, but I guess that's life. The organization of the church is loose and informal. The leadership changes regularly with the whims of the clergy. Often the most charismatic and beautiful become head of the church for a period of time until their whims change and they leave with another stepping into place. There are many Sunite temples throughout the realms, and they are beautiful and fantastic. Elegant structures with formal gardens and gorgeous flower beds. Everything is carefully pruned to create a beautiful aesthetic. The dogma of the church revolves around beauty, but it says that beauty is more than skin deep. The core of one's being should be beautiful, willing to do good in the world and promote a beautiful lifestyle. Fated matches, impossible loves, and the ugly duckling becoming a swan are all part of the teachings of Sune. Love none more than yourself, save Sune. Perform a loving act every day and seek to awaken love in someone new each day. And encourage beauty wherever you find it, are all part of the teachings of Sune. Sunites are often thought of as hedonists, and that's not necessarily wrong. They seek out pleasure and beauty, saying it is the only way to be closest to their goddess. Sunite clergy buy beautiful pieces of art and will sponsor artists or commission them for grand projects. Prayers to Sune are made in front of a mirror, so the Sunite can check their appearance while communing with their goddess. The major center of worship is the Temple of Beauty in Waterdeep. This amazing temple has become an important sacred site not only to Sunites but to the city of Waterdeep. Nobles of hostile houses will meet there to pursue romance together, putting their differences aside. It is a popular destination for tourists. The church has a small affiliation of knightly orders, paladins, fighters, and bards who serve to guard the temple and other holy sites. Now, in super contrast to Sune, we have Talona, the goddess of poisons and disease. Known as the mother of all plagues and she of the deadly kiss, Talona is not surprisingly a fairly unpopular goddess. Her name is invoked for protection against that which she delivers, poison and disease. Often people will curse her name if they come down with some kind of sickness, and her symbol is used as a deterrent and warning to others, such as they will paint her symbol of 3 drops on a triangle on buildings where a plague is contained, or on vials of poison to warn against accidental ingestion. Talona's power is often in flux. During a plague, many pray to her for protection and to take pity on those affected by her diseases. But in times of health, she has no prayers and few worshippers, which causes her to unleash another plague soon to retain her position of power. If you follow the history of the Forgotten Realms, there are periods of plagues that sweep through communities, then disappear. Way back in Talona's history during the Netherese Empire, she fought against another demi-power who challenged her portfolio. Named Kiputitu, this rival goddess lost a battle with Talona, which strengthened Talona's portfolio on poisons and disease. The battle between the two, though, resulted in a plague that destroyed countless people and followers of both deities. Evil people follow Talona. She is one of the most chaotic evil gods. Like Bishaba, she is more feared than worshipped. What people who do worship her are underground. Nobody wants clerics of Talona around because they promote death and disease. They worship and gather in secret catacombs beneath cities. Temples can be found in sewers or places ripe with fungi and mold. In the wilderness, worshippers can be found in swamps or disease-laden marshes. Often were-rats worship Talona, praying for extra disease to use against their foes. Evil, cruel people worship Talona. Her dogma teaches that life and death are in balance, but death is more powerful and should be paid proper respect. Death is a true power and the lesson that waits for us all. Priests of Talona sell poisons, but also antidotes and medicines. Faithful will inoculate themselves to numerous diseases and build up immunities to poisons. This way they can treat the diseased. Often because of this, they gain the position of royal food taster. Clerics of Talona pray to her 3 times a day, morning, midday, and evening. The major center of worship is the House of Knight's Embrace in Tashlolta near Chult. This temple is defended by black masked guards, gargoyles, and golems. Talona does not have a military or knightly order. She is mostly served by rogues and other creatures that lurk in the shadows. And that's it for today. Sune has been often requested, so I'm happy to finally bring this video to you all. A pompous Sune bard would be a fun character to play. Talona is super interesting, and I couldn't help think of the Spore Druid. Not that Talona is a good fit for druids, but she is a good fit for the Spore Druid. Maybe a death cleric focused on disease would be a fun character to play. I like the weird evil gods like Bashaba, Loviatar, and now Talona. Thanks for watching, everyone, and super thank you to my patrons on Patreon who make these videos happen. I'll see you all next week.